ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. So this morning we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, Dasamam Bonam, part 2, chapter 15, entitled The Killing of Dhenuka, the Ass Demon. Text number 8. धन्येयमध्य धरणी तृणविरुधस्त्वत् पादस्पृशो द्रुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः नद्योदयः खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् गोप्योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्रीः। धन्ययेयमध्यो धरणी तृणविरुधस्त्वत् पादस्पृशो द्रुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः नद्योदयः खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् गोप्योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्रीः। धन्येयमध्य धरणी तृणविरुधस्त्वत् पादस्पृशो द्रुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः नद्योदयः खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् गोप्योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्रीः। धन्येयमध्य धरणी तृणविरुधस्त्वत् पादस्पृशो द्रुमलता करजाभिमृष्टाः नद्योदयः खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् गोप्योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्रीः। Please recite. धन्येयमध्य धरणी तृणविरुधस्त्वत् पादस्पृशो द्रुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः नद्योदयः खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् गोप्योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्रीः। धन्येयमध्य धरणी तृणविरुधस्त्वत् पादस्पृशो द्रुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः नद्योदयः खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् गोप्योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्रीः। धन्येयमध्य धरणी तृणविरुधस्त्वत् पादस्पर्शोरुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः अद्योदय खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् उप्योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्रीः धन्येयमद्य धरणी तृणविदुधस्त्वत् पादस्पर्शोरुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः अद्योदयः खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् योऽन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्री माताजी धन्येयमत्यधरणी तृणविदुधस्त्वत् पादस्पर्शोरुमलताः करजाभिमृष्टाः अद्योदय खगमृगाः सदयावलोकैर् ओप्यन्तरेण भुजयोरपि यत्स्पृहा श्री word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dhanya, fortunate. Iyam, this. Adhya, now. Dharani, the earth. Trina, her grasses. Viruddha, and bushes. Tvat, your. Pada, of the feet. Sprashaha, receiving the touch. Druma, the trees. Latah, and creepers. Karaja, by your fingernails. Abhimrishtah, touched. Nadyah, the rivers. Adrayah, and mountains. Khaga, the birds. Mrigah, and animals. Sadaya, merciful. Avalokah, by your glances. Gopyah, the gopis. Antarena, in between. Bhujayoh, your two arms. Api, indeed. Yat, for which. Spraha, maintains the desire. Shri, the goddess of fortune. Translation. This earth has now become most fortunate because you have touched her grass and bushes with your feet and her trees and creepers with your fingernails, and because you have grazed her rivers, mountains, birds and animals with your merciful glances. But above all, you have embraced the young cowherd women between your two arms, a favor hankered after by the goddess of fortune herself. Purport. The word Adhya, now, indicates the time of Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna's appearance on the earth. In his form of Varaha, Lord Krishna personally saved the earth, and indeed, the earth is understood to rest perpetually on the potency of Shesha. Both Varaha and Shesha are expansions of Balaram, who is himself an expansion of Lord Krishna, the original personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna's statement that this earth has now become most fortunate, Dhanyeyam Adhya Dharani, indicates that nothing can equal the blessings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his personal form as Krishna, appearing simultaneously with his planetary expansion Balaram. The compound word Karajabhimrishtah, touched by your fingernails, indicates that as Krishna and Balaram would move through the forest, they would pick fruits and flowers from the trees, bushes, and creepers and use this paraphernalia in their pleasure pastimes. Sometimes they would break leaves of the plants and use them with the flowers to decorate their bodies. Krishna and Balaram would glance lovingly and mercifully at all the rivers, hills, and creatures in Vrindavana. But the blessing received by the gopis, being embraced directly between the Lord's arms, was the supreme benediction, desired even by the goddess of fortune herself. The goddess of fortune, who lives in Vaikuntha on the chest of Lord Narayana, once desired to be embraced on the chest of Sri Krishna, and thus she performed severe austerities to achieve this blessing. Sri Krishna informed her that her actual place was in Vaikuntha, and that it was not possible for her to dwell upon his chest in Vrindavana. Therefore, she begged Krishna to allow her to remain on his chest in the form of a golden line, and he granted her his benediction. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur recounts this incident from the Puranas. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadhavaitam Savadhutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvichesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya eva cha Patita Nama Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10th, Part 2, Chapter 15, The Killing of Dhnuka, the S Demon, text number 8th. So actually yesterday His Grace Devakinand Prabhu was supposed to speak on these both two verses, text 7th and 8th, but very nicely explained text 7 only. 8th he left, I think for me. So we see in Vaishnava community, the Uchista of Vaishnava, remnants of Vaishnava is for our purification. So I take this Uchista of Prabhuji for my purification, text 8. Because yesterday His Grace Hemgiri Prabhu told me that Prabhuji was supposed to speak on these both two verses, and now you speak on this verse. So I will try to speak and I seek your mercies, especially for senior devotees. Hare Krishna. So, text 8. This earth has now become most fortunate because you have touched her grass and bushes with your feet and her trees and creepers with your fingernails, and because you have grazed her rivers, mountains, birds, and animals with your merciful glances. But above all, you have embraced the young cowherd women between your two arms, a favor hankered after by the goddess of fortune herself. So, the Mother Earth, Dhanyaya Madhya Dharani. Dhanya means become most fortunate. So here Lord Krishna is praising Lord Balaram that because of you, because of your glances, because of your touch, this Mother Earth became fortunate. So from Varaha Puran we came to know that Mother Earth in past also she became fortunate when Lord Varahadev lifted her, saved her. So here also Mother Earth became fortunate. So we see in chapter 12 when Lord Krishna kills this Aghasura. So that time only he enters into Pauganda Avastha, means Kumar Avastha. So somewhere it is mentioned Pauganda Avastha is Kumar Avastha, the age between 6 to 10 years, or somewhere it is mentioned childhood itself is Kumar Avastha. So we will see where it is mentioned. So Lord Krishna entering into Pauganda Avastha, he has entered into Pauganda Avastha and he started tending cows with Lord Balaram and his cowherd boyfriends. So here we see Mother Earth. He's very happy, he's very fortunate. He is welcoming Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram. Because now Lord Krishna in Pauganda Avastha started tending cows. Now he has become eligible to tend cows, means fully grown cows, not calves. Earlier he used to graze calves. And he wanted to, this pasture cows, fully grown cows. So we see from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila chapter 4, text number 112. Purve vraje krishnera trividha vayo dharma kaumara paugandara kaishora atimarma. Formerly in Vraja, Lord Krishna displayed three ages, namely childhood, boyhood, and adolescence. His adolescence is especially significant. So here, Prabhupada give in the word meaning, Kaumara means childhood. And somewhere we see, like in Adi Lila chapter 13, text number 18. So there it is mentioned the four stages of, like four division of Krishna's pastimes. First is childhood from birth to the age of 5 years, then 6 to 10 which is Kumar Avastha, yeah, Paugand Avastha, and then 11 to 15 is Kaishor Avastha, or we can say teenage, and then 16 and above up to we can say 25 or 30, it's Yuva Avastha, youthhood. So Lord Krishna, he performed his pastimes in three divisions when he appears in his original form, Shyama Sundar. Boyhood means he enjoyed his pastimes with his mother and fathers, Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, which is he gave this rasa to his parents, parental love. And then boyhood he enjoyed with his cowherd boyfriends and of course girlfriends. But mostly then Kishore Avastha, mainly he enjoyed his pastimes with gopis of the Vraja, mainly Shrimati Radharani. So So he performed three Leelas we see in his original form. But when he appeared as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a devotee, who is Krishna himself, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anna, he performed, we can see 4 divisions of his Leelas. Boyhood, childhood also we see, boyhood and youth, and of course we see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in the age of 24. So there he taught us, आपने आचार्य प्रभु जीवित सिखाए. So he taught us and he took sannyas. So in Krishna, in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, we see 4 divisions of his Leelas, but in Krishna's pastimes, 3 divisions. And in actual Vrindavan also, we get this information from scriptures that Krishna is always Kishora, Nava Yovanam Cha, not above than 15 or 16 around. So here, Lord Krishna and Balram, they both are entering with their cowherd boys. Jai Shri Shri Radharasbari Bhagavan ki Jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai, Shri Shri Gauranatai ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And there they are playing so many games, outdoor games, not indoors. So nowadays we see in so-called advanced society, mostly these kids, they are inside their pigeonhole, Prabhupada words, in Prabhupada words. So they don't get chance to go out and play. So where we see, I was just thinking, like we get information from Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna used to play balls with his cowherd friends. So I was just trying to remember my childhood days. We used to play so many outdoor games like hide and seek, or I don't know what we call here, Sitoliya. How many of you knows about Sitoliya? You know stone, yes, Lagori, yes. 7 stone piles and then we used to hit with a ball. So I was just trying to get information on the Google. So it is mentioned, by playing this game, what kids they get. Skills required: running, observation, speed, strength, throwing and concentration. So simply by these games, nothing special in those games, but still what are required? Concentration, focus, observation. So all these games are very important to develop our skills, basically for kids. So here Lord Krishna, he used to play all these outdoor games, but nowadays we are busy in only mobile or computer. So Lord Krishna is enjoying his pastimes with all these outdoor activities, not sitting at home and watching television, computer, busy in mobile, not this. So this is how we can learn from Krishna's childhood pastimes. Of course, there is something more to relish, but at my level, I can understand this only. So here, Mother Earth is welcoming Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, Dharani. He became fortunate because Krishna and Balaram, the Supreme Personality of God himself, he's enjoying. So we see all this nature, beauty of nature, like here, the beauty of Vrindavana, forest of Vrindavana. They are trying to give pleasure, Mother Earth, through her forest, to her mountains, to her rivers, trying to please Krishna. And what we see, this nature is for our sense gratification. But here, Bhudevi. So Bhudevi and Shri Devi, wives of Lord himself. And Bhudevi, we get the information from Bhagavatam only, that Bhudevi is expansion of Satyabhama. Bhudevi is the expansion of Satyabhama. So Bhudevi and Shri Devi, Lakshmi. So Bhudevi here is trying to please her husband. So wife's duty is to please husband or her husband, or his beauty or everything is for her husband. But we see in modern so-called advanced world, we see especially women, they want to impress or they want to please others except her husband. They make up, they want to show beauty for to outside people. That's what we see. But here, Bhudevi is trying to please Krishna. He's giving everything, jewels, beauty of forest, very nice flowers on the trees. Everything is very, very beautiful. What for? For Krishna's pleasure. We see from Bhagavatam, even Shri Devi, means goddess of fortune, try to please Krishna. By what activity? She's goddess of fortune. But in one hand, lotus flower is there. But in another hand, what is there? What is there? Broomstick. What for? So that by service attitude, she can please Krishna. So only service attitude is there by which we can please Krishna. That's why Radharani is very, very dear to Krishna, because she wants to serve. Not directly, or not she wants to take credit. Like here we see Lord Krishna is giving credit to Balaram. That because of your touch, because of your glance, this earth became fortunate. So Mother Earth is teaching us. She's a wife and she's a great devotee also. We see whenever there is some trouble for Mother Earth, she approaches Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna always gives her protection. So here we can learn everything is for Krishna's pleasure, not for our own sense gratification. So we see all inhabitants of Braja here, all cowherd boys, all the gopis, everyone is trying to please Krishna. Sam siddhi haritoshanam. By all means, by all your perfection. What is the highest perfection? You try to please Krishna. That is highest perfection. Tasmin tushte jagastusti. So Mother Earth is trying to please Krishna. So this is our goal of life, to please Krishna. But we are busy in our own sense gratification, and we are spoiling this nature, Mother Nature. So from 4th canto of Bhagavatam, when we see Maharaj Prithu, he is angry upon Mother Earth. Why he was angry? Because Mother Earth was not giving food, grains or jewels, nothing she was giving. Why she was not giving? The shloka is there. I'll just read that. So you can put on display also. 4th canto, chapter 18th. Prithu Maharaj milks the earth. So there Mother Earth says, my dear king, the seeds, roots, herbs and grains which were created by Lord Brahma in the past are now being used by non-devotees who are devoid of all spiritual understanding. Why Mother Earth is not giving? Because being used by non-devotees who are devoid of all spiritual understanding. So in present era we can see people are so-called advanced, they are materially advanced, but spiritually they are full. They are on zero level, or even they are underground. They are on negative platform. So this is the thing. So in Satya Yuga, Mother Earth used to give everything, jewels, grains, everything, even all these food grains without farming, she used to give. Why? Because people, they were following spiritual principles. They were living these principles, not simply just reading. So Prabhupada says we should live these principles, not simply just reading in the class or just telling outsiders. You live this. That is what purity. Yesterday Prabhuji was mentioning about purity. So when we live these principles, when we apply these principles in our life, then we get purity. And with that purity we preach outside, then it is fruitful. Otherwise, it's useless. So knowledge is not useless. Our activity will be useless. Shrama eva hi kevalam. Then next verse, Mother Earth says, my dear king, not only are grains and herbs being used by non-devotees, but as far as I am concerned, I am not being properly maintained. Indeed, I am being neglected by kings who are not punishing these rascals who have turned into thieves by using grains for sense gratification. Consequently, I have hidden all these seeds which were meant for the performance of sacrifice. So, what is the purpose of all these ingredients, all these elements? To performance, to perform sacrifice. And what is the purpose of sacrifice? Yajna, to please Yajnapati. Who is Yajnapati? Vishnu, Krishna himself. To please Krishna, all these elements are there, giving by Mother Earth, provided by Mother Earth to please Krishna. But what we are using? We are using in our sense gratification. That's why we are not happy. After having so many advanced technologies, so many facilities, luxurious facilities to enjoy, still we are not happy because we are not trying to please Krishna. We are not trying to please Yajnapati or Vishnu. We are busy in our own sense gratification. So here it is cleared, very much cleared that all these elements, everything is for Krishna's pleasure. When Krishna is pleased, we are also pleased. Like Prabhupada gave this analogy so many times. We should water in the root of the trees, then everything will be nourished. Simply when we please Krishna, when we satisfy Krishna's senses, our senses also will be satisfied. So Mother Earth is trying to please Krishna. He is welcoming Krishna by all these beautiful flowers, all these inhabitants of Vraja. Like yesterday we saw this peacock is dancing and cuckoos and these deers. So they are welcoming Krishna. So yesterday I was talking with Sharad Prabhu during Prasadam. He was telling, by seeing Vaishnava what we can do? We cannot dance. Because we are not on that platform. By just seeing Vaishnava we are dancing. But what we can see? Like at least we can welcome through our eyes. Through our eyes we can, give that greetings. So this is also one kind of aparat that na abhinandanti. But just by seeing Vaishnava when we are not happy. Then he was mentioning that in which book? Madhurya Kandambini, it is mentioned, it is our anartha only. When we are not happy by seeing a Vaishnava, it is our anarthas. And it is not helpful for our spiritual advancement. So here all these, animals, they are welcoming Krishna in so many different ways. And see our condition. We are advanced, So this is how we can please Krishna, by utilizing everything provided by Mother Earth in the service of Krishna. So this is how Mother Earth became fortunate, because she is trying to please Krishna. In similar way, when we try to please Krishna, we become fortunate. That is the only way. So another aspect we see here, let Lord Krishna, he is giving credit to Krishna. Krishna is giving credit to Lord Balaram. So here it is mentioned, Prabhupada says, Varahadev and Shesh are expansions of Balaram. So Varahadev, he lifted Mother Earth, he saved Mother Earth, and on the same other side we see Shesh. All these planets, basically this earth planet is resting upon the hood of the Ananta Shesh. So both are the expansions of Varahadev. And Lord Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, expansion of Balaram, In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, text 13, Lord Krishna says, Dharyamya aham ojasa. That Krishna only, he is by his energy, by his potency only, he is lifting all these planets, sustaining all these planets, sustaining in their own orbits. So Krishna only, but here Krishna is giving credit to Balaram. So this is what we see in spiritual world. In Vaishnava community we see Vaishnavas, they don't take credit. They give credit to others. We see Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, just because of you, he addressed he addresses to his disciples that because of you, I could fulfill the desire or instruction of my spiritual master. I don't have any qualification, I am just trying to fulfill the instruction of my spiritual master. And because of you, because of your cooperation or because of your help, I could do that. So he is giving credit to his disciples. And one place he says that my Guru Maharaj will be 1,000 times more happy than me because you are distributing these books. So this is how Prabhupada, he also gives credit to his own disciples. He is not taking credit. So we see in this spiritual world, Vaishnavas, they are not ready to get the credit. But here we see in material world, when we don't get any credit or any appreciation from our seniors or masters, we become angry, we become rebellious because he wants some credit. But here Krishna, he is giving credit to Balaram. Although Balaram is his own expansion, but still he is giving this credit. And Krishna is ready to give, his own opulence to us. Like in Vaikuntha we see, everyone is having four-handed form. Like Krishna only, like Vishnu only. So Krishna is ready to give his own opulence. But are we ready? We have to become eligible. We have to become qualified. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 14, Idam Jnanam Upashritya. What Krishna says? Idam Jnanam Upashritya means by this knowledge. By becoming fixed in this knowledge, one can attain to the transcendental nature like my own. Thus established, one is not born at the time of creation or disturbed at the time of dissolution. So Krishna is ready to give himself. We see Krishna became servant of his devotees, like he became Sarthi of Arjuna. And one point he says to gopis, I don't have anything to give you in return, so I am indebted to you. I cannot give anything, so I am giving myself. So Krishna is ready to give himself when we are ready to follow the footsteps of great acharyas, devotees, or these inhabitants of Braja. So Krishna is ready to give himself. Then another thing we see in the purport, that Prabhupada says, Krishna and Balaram would glance lovingly and mercifully at all the rivers, hills and creatures in Vrindavana, but the blessing received by the gopis. So here, like it is mentioned, Taruni Vidudhastvat Padas Prasho Rumalata Karajabhimrishta Nadhyo Daya Khagamriga Sadayavaloker. Everything just by the touch of fingernails of Balaram became fortunate or jubilant or very happy. But what blessings gopis they received. So actually I am not eligible or qualified to speak on this topic, but we see simply just read few things from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Like here it is mentioned that gopis being embraced directly between the Lord's arms was the supreme benediction desired even by the goddess of fortune herself. The goddess of fortune who lives in Vaikuntha on the chest of Lord Narayana once desired to be embraced on the chest of Sri Krishna. So we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila chapter 7. So please. There when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's on his South India tour, when he visited holy places. So he met he met Venkat Bhatta. And Venkat Bhatta, so Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was staying for 4 months at his house, at his home. He was so fortunate. So nowadays also his Chaturmasya is going on. So for 4 months, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed at whose home? Venkata Bhatta, and there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is talking about this thing. Text number 112. Yes, Venkat Bhatta and Mahaprabhu. Yes. So that incidents. So like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was knowing that Venkata Bhatta, that he, as he was from Shri Sampradaya, so he used to worship Lakshmi Narayan as highest. Means Narayan is the highest. So that misconception Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to clear out, to give clear understanding to Venkat Bhatta. He brought out this incident that why Lakshmi wants to get the association of Krishna. So Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amara Thakur Krishna Gopa Gocharak Sadhvi Haya Kene Chahe Tahara Sangama. However, my Lord is Lord Sri Krishna, a cowherd boy who is engaged in tending cows. Why is that Lakshmi, being such a chaste wife, wants to associate with my Lord? That means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just jokingly he is saying that Lakshmi is not chaste. Actually, it's an offense, but just trying to clear the understanding. He is saying all this thing in jokingly. He says, just to associate with Krishna, Lakshmi abandoned all transcendental happiness in Vaikuntha and for a long time accepted vows and regulative principles and performed unlimited austerities. Is text number 113. It's in continuation, 112, 113. No, talks between, Lord Chaitanya's travels to the holy places, chapter 9. Then Venkat Bhatta he says, Bhatta kahe Krishna Narayana eka iswarupa Krishna te adhika lila Veda gadhyadi rupa. Venkata Bhatta then said, Lord Krishna and Lord Narayana are one and the same, but the pastimes of Krishna are more relishable due to their sportive nature. Tara sparshe nahi yaya pativrata dharma kautuke lakshmi chahena krishnera sangama. Since Krishna and Narayana are the same personality, Lakshmi's association with Krishna does not break her vow of chastity. Rather, it was in great fun that the goddess of fortune wanted to associate with Lord Krishna. Then in text number 118, Krishna sange pativrata dharma nahe nasha adhika labha paye ararasa vilasa. The goddess of fortune considered that her vow of chastity would not be damaged by her relationship with Krishna. Rather, by associating with Krishna, she could enjoy the benefit of the rasa dance. Vinodini Lakshmi Rahaya Krishna Abhilasha Ihate ki dosha kene kara parihasa. Venkata Bhatta further explained, Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is also an enjoyer of transcendental bliss. Therefore, if she wanted to enjoy herself with Krishna, what fault is there? Why are you joking so about this? So like this, Venkat Bhatta is trying to protect Mother Lakshmi. Then Venkat Bhatta says in text number 125, आमी जीव क्षुद्र बुद्धि सहजे अस्थिर ईश्वरे लीला कोटि समुद्र गंभीर. He says, I am an ordinary human being. Since my intelligence is very limited and I am easily agitated, my mind cannot enter within the deep ocean of the pastimes of the Lord. So the important thing he said that I am human being. Since my intelligence is very limited, so we cannot understand Krishna by our own effort or by our own material senses or material intelligence. I am easily agitated, my mind cannot enter within the deep ocean of pastimes of the Lord. So a few days back, I think Raghupati Vishnu was talking about this agitation. We are very easily agitated. We are not so peaceful and calm. Like he was mentioning about that lake, or like ocean is also very calm, dhira. So we have to be very dhira. If we really want to make advancement in bhakti, what we need? Need to have patience, dhir. It's very important. But we are agitated. Very easily we get, agitated, or we get, irritated whenever we are in association of devotees and someone says something which we don't like. Immediately what we get? We get irritation, or we get, that angry mood. We want to chastise that person or like that. Or we start blaspheming about that person in front of other devotees. So like we ourselves are contaminated and we contaminate others also. It's very, very difficult. And it's very dangerous also in Vaishnava community. So this is how he says. Then he says, Tumi sakshat se Krishna jana nija karma yare jana ha se jane tomara lila marma. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna Himself. You know the purpose of your activities, and the person whom you enlighten can also understand your pastime. So by Krishna's mercy only, and it's not like Krishna is bounded, that like Mother Lakshmi is, or doing or performing penance or austerity, that means she will get the chance to enter into Rasa dance. Or we also perform so many austerities, and that's why Krishna is bounded. Now I am performing austerities, Krishna has to give. No, Krishna is Swarat. Krishna is Swarat. It's not like that ki you are doing so many austerities, so Krishna will reveal himself. No. What is mentioned is there? Sai jane tomada lila marma. When Krishna wants, when Krishna showers his mercy, then only we can know about himself. We can know about Krishna. Then text number 131. व्रज लोकेर भावे येई करय भजन सेई जाना पाए व्रजे व्रजेंद्र नंदन. One who worships the Lord by following in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vraja Bhumi attains him in the transcendental planet of Vraja, where he is known as the son of Maharaj Nanda. So we need to follow the footsteps of gopis, inhabitants of Vraja. They are actual devotees. So when we follow their footsteps, then only we can get the mercy of Krishna. Then Krishna will reveal himself in front of us. Otherwise not possible. Then text number 136. Lakshmi chahe sei dehe Krishne ra sangama gopika anugahaya na kaila bhajana. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, wanted to enjoy Krishna and at the same time retain her spiritual body in the form of Lakshmi. However, she did not follow in the footsteps of the gopis in her worship of Krishna. So this is why Mother Lakshmi, goddess of fortune, cannot get this highest mellow. Why? Because she did not want to give her this form of Lakshmi. But what is the qualification? Here it is mentioned. When we follow the footsteps of gopis, when we are ready to serve Krishna, in the like when this Vrajavasis, they are worshipping Krishna. They are serving, not worshipping, they are serving Krishna. They were not knowing that Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. Simply they were treating Krishna like son or friends or like that. But Mother Lakshmi, she did not follow the footsteps of gopis. She wanted to remain in her form of Lakshmi also. That's why she could not get. Then text number 138. पूर्वे भट्टेर मने एक चिल अभिमान श्री नारायण हैन स्वयं भगवान. Before this explanation was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Venkat Bhatta thought that Sri Narayan was the supreme personality of Godhead. Tahara bhajana sarvopari kakshahaya Shri Vaishnavera bhajana ei sarvopari haya. Thinking in this way, Venkata Bhatta believed that worship of Narayana was the supreme form of worship, superior to all other processes of devotional service, for it was followed by the Sri Vaishnava disciples of Ramanuja Acharya. Ehi tara garva prabhu karite khandana parihasa dware uthaya eteka vachana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had understood this misconception of Venkat Bhatta, and to correct in the Lord talked so much in a joking way. So this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu clarified understanding of Venkat Bhatta, that Narayan is not supreme. Who is supreme? Krishna, Shyama Sundar, he is supreme personality of Godhead. Why? Then text number 144. नारायण हैते कृष्णेर असाधारण गुण अतएव लक्ष्मीर कृष्णे तृष्णा अनुक्षण. Because Krishna has 4 extraordinary qualities not possessed by Lord Narayan, the goddess of fortune Lakshmi always desires his company. So although Narayana is not non-different from Krishna, but still these 4 qualities, 4 extraordinary qualities of Krishna, by which Lakshmi get attracted, and she wants this association. What are those 4 extraordinary qualities? Venu Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya, Leela Madhurya, Bhakta Madhurya. So in purport of this shloka, Prabhupada mentioned his wonderful pastimes which are compared to an ocean, means Leela Madhurya, his association in the circle of the supreme devotees in conjugal love, gopis, Prema Madhurya, he is playing on the flute, Venu Madhurya, and his extraordinary beauty which surpasses the beauty of the 3 worlds, that is Rupa Madhurya. These 4 qualities, 4 extraordinary qualities which only Krishna possesses. So because of this, Mother Lakshmi wants Krishna's association. Text number 147. Swayama Bhagavana Krishna Hare Lakshmira Mana Gopikara Mana Harite Nara Narayana. The supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, attracts the mind of the goddess of fortune, but Lord Narayan cannot attract the minds of the gopis. This proves the super excellence of Krishna. So because of these 4 qualities which Narayan does not possess, so Krishna attracts Lakshmi also, and Krishna attracts gopis also. But Narayan can attract Lakshmi, but Narayan cannot attract gopis. We see these pastimes when gopis, they were in search of Krishna, and Krishna appeared in the form of Vishnu, 400 form, Narayan form. And then gopis, they were not giving any bhav to that form. They were looking for Krishna. So this is how Krishna attracts gopis, but Narayan cannot attract gopis. Then one very important thing, text number 153. Krishna Narayana Yaiche Eka I Swarupa Gopi Lakshmi Bheda Nahi Haya Eka Rupa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, there is no difference between Lord Krishna and Lord Narayana, for they are of the same form. Similarly, there is no difference between the gopis and the goddess of fortune, for they also are of the same form. Gopi dware Lakshmi kare Krishna sanga swada Ishwaratve bheda manile haya aparadha. The goddess of fortune enjoys the association of Krishna through the gopis. One should not differentiate between the forms of the Lord, for such a conception is offensive. So we should not think that, this Lakshmi's position is so inferior, she cannot get chance to enter into the Ras Leela. It's an offense. Eka Ishware Bhaktera Dhyana Anurupa Eka hi Vigrahe Kare Nanakara Rupa. There is no difference between the transcendental forms of the Lord. Different forms are manifested due to different attachment of different devotees. Actually, the Lord is one, but he appears in different forms just to satisfy his devotees. So in this way we understand the position of Lakshmi also and the position of gopis also. And how to please Krishna? By following the footsteps of gopis. In that way we can become fortunate. Like here it is mentioned, Dhanyaya Madhya Dharani. Now our Mother Earth became fortunate. So if we want to become fortunate, we can become fortunate by serving Krishna, by pleasing Krishna. So thank you so much. Any comment from senior devotees or anyone? Prabhuji, would you like to speak something?
श्लोक लगाओ वहाँ पर.
श्लोक लगा दीजिए.
हिंदी करो ना. संस्कृत वाला नहीं है. ठीक है. ठीक है. आई गॉट इट हियर. धन्य यम यद्य धरणी तृण विरुद्धतम विद्युत तत्वत. हिंदी में बोलूँ ना मैं, ठीक होगा. हम लोगों पर कैसे इसको अप्लाई किया जा सकता है. यहाँ भगवान कृष्ण कह रहे हैं कि अद्य आज धरणी धन्य हो गई, पृथ्वी धन्य हो गई. क्यों, कैसे धन्य हो गई. तृण विरुद्ध त्वत्पाद स्पृशो द्रुमलता करजा विवृष्टा नद्दो अयम खगमृगहा सदयावलोकई. तो दो जो ऊपर का श्लोक है, इसमें पृथ्वी को धन्य कहा गया है क्योंकि उनके जितने संतान हैं उन लोगों ने भगवान का सेवा किया है. तृण यानी जो छोटे छोटे घास पत्ते हैं, वे किस प्रकार से सेवा किए भगवान का. आप लोगों को मालूम हुआ कि कृष्ण बलराम कभी भी ब्रज में जूता चपला कर नहीं चले. तो ये सब जो तृण हैं वे एक तरह से सोफा का काम कर रहे थे, कृष्ण बलराम को हर्ट ना हो सके. उसके बाद आया हुआ है कि विरुद्ध बुश भी धन्य है, जिन्हें भगवान बलराम जी एक तो वृक्ष के छाया और एक बुश बुश मतलब झाड़ी, जैसे कुंज बिहारी, राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, तो भगवान आराम करते थे, वो भी धन्य हैं। उसके बाद और कैसे धन्य हुए कि भगवान का चरण स्पर्श, पाद स्पर्श, चरण स्पर्श से द्रुम, वृक्ष, लता, कृपर, ये सब लोग, अब इनसे फूल भी मिला था और फूल का सुंदर माला बना करके बलराम जी को अर्पण किया गया था। तो ये सब पृथ्वी से संबंधित है। जैसे कोई बाप माँ हो, उसके बच्चे भगवान का सेवा कर रहे हो, तो कहते हैं आज हम धन्य हो गए कि हमारे बच्चे भगवान के सेवा में लगे हुए हैं। तो उसी रूप से भगवान धरणी के लिए कह रहे हैं कि तुम आज धन्य हो कि तुम्हारे बाल बच्चे बलराम जी के सेवा में लगे हुए हैं। तो यहाँ पर तो हम देख रहे हैं कि इन प्राणियों का वर्णन किया गया है, जैसे पुष्प का, लता का, झाड़ियों का। हम लोग मनुष्य हैं, जो मनुष्य भगवान की सेवा में लगा हुआ है, वास्तव में वह धन्य है। कल मैं थोड़ा सा इस बात को बताया था कि हम लोगों का भी सौभाग्य है कि प्रभुपाद जी के कृपा से भगवान की सेवा में लगे हुए हैं। तो हम लोगों को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अपने इंद्रियों को भगवान के सेवा में लगाना चाहिए, और यदि ऐसा करते हैं तो हमारी माता धन्य होती हैं, जिनके पुत्र गुरु और कृष्ण के सेवा में लगे हुए हैं। वो गुरु धन्य हैं जिनके शिष्य नित्य निरंतर वैष्णव और कृष्ण के सेवा में लगे हुए हैं। हमने जिनसे भी हम लोगों का संबंध है, वो सब लोग धन्य हैं यदि हम लोग कृष्ण भक्ति करें। हम लोग केवल प्रजल्प करें, वैष्णव निंदा करें, या कृष्ण सेवा के अलावा और कोई कार्य करें, तो इस श्लोक के अनुसार भगवान कह रहे हैं कि उनके बाप माँ धन्य नहीं हैं। तो कम से कम भक्त बन गए हैं तो गुरु और बाप माँ का नाम बदनाम नहीं करना चाहिए। जितना हो सके हम लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कृष्ण में लगें, नाम जप कर कर करके, सेवा कर कर करके, दर्शन कर कर कर, कथा सुन कर करके, भक्ति में जो सार्थक है उसको अपनाएं, जो भक्ति में बाधक हैं उसको त्याग दें। जो भक्ति में सार्थक है, जैसा कि उत्साह निश्चया धैर्या तत्तत्कर्मा प्रवर्तनात् संग त्यागो षडोवृत्ति सुलभिर भक्ति प्रसिद्धति, ये 6 चीज़ है जो भक्ति को बढ़ाती है। तो हम लोगों को इन 6 चीज़ों में ज़्यादा लगना चाहिए, तब हम लोगों का जीवन धन्य होगा। तब हमारे माता पिता गुरु सब लोग कहेंगे, भगवान कहेंगे धन्य हो तुम्हारा शिष्य ऐसा भक्त बन गया। माता पिता कहेंगे धन्य हो कि तुम्हारा पुत्र ऐसे भक्ति कर रहा है। तो हमें वही कार्य करना चाहिए जो भगवान को प्रसन्न कर सके, भक्ति में जो बल दे सके। ये बलराम जी का सेवा है, बलराम जी बल देने वाले हैं। मैं सुन रहा था आजकल आश्रम में बहुत प्रजल्प हो रहा है, वो भक्ति में बल नहीं देगा, भक्ति को विड्रॉ कर लेगा। तो प्रजल्प छोड़ करके हम लोग चाहिए यथावत जितना हो सके कृष्ण के सेवा में लगें, अपने मन को लगाएं। सवै मना कृष्ण पदारविंदयो वाचांश वैकुंठ गुणानुवर्णने, जैसे कि महाराज अम्बरीश करते थे। तब सही में हमारे गुरु धन्य हैं, हमारे माता पिता धन्य हैं, और हम लोगों का भी सौभाग्य होगा। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू प्रभु जी। ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।